Way out in the Virgo cluster, about 55 million light years from us, there's a cosmic behemoth, a galaxy called Messier 87. But the real story here isn't its trillions of stars. It's the invisible, unbelievably powerful engine churning away at its core, an engine that seems to break all the rules we thought we knew. And this, right here, is the central mystery of M87. I mean, we all know the deal with black holes, right? They pull things in. Their gravity is so intense, not even light can get out. So how on earth does this one, at the heart of M87, manage to blast out a jet of matter that's thousands of light years long? It's a complete contradiction, and we're gonna unravel it. All right, so to really get a handle on this paradox, we first need to appreciate the sheer scale of what we're dealing with. M87, which also goes by the name Virgo A, isn't just any galaxy. It's an absolute titan. The numbers behind it are almost too big to wrap your head around. So first off, it's 55 million light years away. To put that in perspective, that's about 16.8 megaparsecs, and if you know parsec is over 3 light years, well, you start to feel just how immense that distance is. But the amazing thing is it's just close enough for our best telescopes to get a really incredible view. But that distance, that's nothing compared to this number. At the very center of the galaxy is a supermassive black hole, M87 star, that has the mass of 6.5 times billion of our suns. Yeah, billion with a B. And yep, this is the very same black hole that the Event Horizon Telescope gave us that first iconic direct image of. So let's recap. We've got a giant galaxy, and inside it, one of the most massive black holes we've ever found. But it's not just about the size. This whole system is hiding a huge secret, a contradiction that's had astronomers scratching their heads for decades. And that brings us right back to the heart of the paradox. We're taught to think of black holes as these cosmic vacuum cleaners, right? The end of the line. But the black hole in M87 is something else. It's not just an engine of destruction, it's a powerful engine of creation, too. It's like a cosmic tug of war. On one side, you have that immense gravity just relentlessly pulling in everything that gets too close. But on the other side, it's launching this jet of superheated plasma that stretches for thousands of light years. And this jet is moving so ridiculously fast that it creates this optical illusion, making it look like it's traveling at 6 times the speed of light. It's a beacon, shining bright across the entire electromagnetic spectrum. So how? How is that even possible? What force in the entire universe could be strong enough to overpower the gravity of a 6.5 billion solar mass black hole and fire a cannon of that size? Well, it turns out the answer isn't gravity at all. The key to this unbelievable engine isn't gravity. No, it's another one of nature's fundamental forces, working on a scale that is it's almost impossible to picture. The real architects of this jet are powerful, highly organized magnetic fields right near the event horizon. Seriously, they are the only force in the universe strong enough to stand up to that black hole's gravity and actually win. And this whole situation creates a state that astrophysicists have a great name for, a magnetically arrested disk, or MAD for short. So as all this matter spirals in, the magnetic fields it's carrying get all tangled up and amplified. And eventually, they get so powerful that they literally push back. They arrest, or halt, the flow of matter. It's like a magnetic dam, and that's what launches the jet. But, how can we be so sure about this? Well, telescopes like ALMA gave us the smoking gun. They can measure how light gets twisted when it passes through magnetic fields. And for M87, the measurements they got were completely off the charts. We're talking over 100 times higher than you'd expect. It was undeniable proof of these incredibly strong, organized magnetic fields right at the edge of the black hole. And here's the kicker, a quote straight from the research. Scientists found clear evidence of a massive, spiraling or helical magnetic field that basically threads through the entire jet for thousands of light years. So what you've got is essentially a magnetic superhighway that's channeling all this material away from the black hole. Okay, so powerful magnetic fields are doing the heavy lifting. But that just pushes the question back another step, doesn't it? Where do they come from? And this is where we really have to shift our perspective. Because as one paper puts it so perfectly, there are no bar magnets in space. In the universe, cosmic magnetic fields are only generated by one thing, the flow of electric charge. In other words, electric currents. So to really understand M87, we have to stop thinking about a static magnet and start thinking about a dynamic, gigantic electrical circuit. This diagram here actually shows a similar thing happening on our own sun. You can see the main electric currents flowing, and those currents generate other currents and all those magnetic field loops. Now, just imagine that process scaled up to the size of an entire solar system with currents of unimaginable power. That's the engine at the heart of M87. So now let's look at a moment when we actually caught this incredible electromagnetic engine red-handed, unleashing a blast of pure energy that we could see all the way from Earth. The date was April 2018. The Event Horizon Telescope was pointed straight at M87, along with a whole fleet of other observatories watching across the entire spectrum. And they all saw something absolutely spectacular happen. The whole thing was unbelievably fast. We're talking just 36 hours. In a cosmic blink of an eye, the very core of M87 just flared to life. The output of the most energetic light there is, very high-energy gamma rays, more than doubled. This was the first major gamma ray flare we'd seen from M87 in almost a decade. It was a clear sign of a massive eruption happening right at the engine's core. So what could cause a flare that sudden and that violent? Well, the leading theory is a process called magnetic reconnection. Think of it like twisting a bunch of rubber bands. The powerful magnetic field lines near the black hole get tangled up and strained. Eventually, they hit a breaking point. They violently snap and then reconfigure into a simpler, lower energy state. That sudden change releases a colossal burst of energy, which is what accelerates particles and creates the gamma ray flare that we saw. So when you see that iconic image of M87's black hole, just remember you're really only seeing half the picture. The other half, the part you can't see, is this colossal dynamo, a cosmic engine that's powered not by gravity, but by the fundamental forces of electricity and magnetism. The story of M87 really proves that on the grandest scales imaginable, electromagnetism can go toe-to-toe with gravity and win. And it forces us to ask this really big question. What other cosmic mysteries, from how stars are born to how entire galaxies get their shape, are being secretly governed by these same powerful, invisible forces?